in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through? In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 for
What is going on, Madden Tips Nation? Sgibs here. We are running a solo pirate ship tonight in memory of my man Z Farles. This is TWIM 205. 204. 204. Show 204. I'm running solo tonight. Before we get started, Farls is taking care of some personal family stuff tonight. I think it would be great if we have everybody in the chat. What we should do is if we could all tweet Farls, just let him know, hey, we don't even have to know the reason why, but just let him know you miss him. Let him know that Farls is our guy. He is our guy. He's half the reason why we put this show on. He's probably more than that, so appreciate that. Just send Farls a little tweet of encouragement. Tell him, hey, Farls, you're the man. You the man, Farls. At Madden Bible, you the man. Something like that. Then we'll get kicked off with this show. But we have a jam-packed show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look what we got on the Darnell docket. This is what we got on the Darnell docket. Oh, Z Falls isn't the only guy that can sit around making fancy-dancy graphics for you guys. I've been known to pop in and make some graphics every now and then as well. And as you can see on here, we have the ability to make some graphics. And what's on the docket tonight, we have a couple mailbag questions about MUT receivers under 60K, post-snap reads on offense, how do you stop Gilgamesh, how do you disguise your defense, and our big breakdown tonight is something if you checked in yesterday for the stream last night. It's about the new run defense that we want to present to you guys in the community to see if you can run with it and have success with it. We're calling it the 4-4 pass commit run defense and our aggressive, our aggro cover zero style defense, of which we'll go over and we'll give that to you tonight just before the game of the week. And of course, the game of the week challenge tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the game of the week challenge tonight. Are you ready? The game of the week challenge tonight is an Ask Madden only challenge. I'm going to play a game on the ranked leaderboards for MUT, and I'm going to play Ask Madden only. Literally, that means I go into formation, I go into a play, and I pick Ask Madden, and that Ask Madden that's my fate. That is my fate. That's the only play I can use. I can make one hot route once I get out there, and then I go from there, and I battle. Oh, Farls graphics are better? That's what Wolfman's saying in the chat. Wolfman's saying that Farls graphics are better. I disagree. I wholeheartedly disagree. Farls doesn't have that slick-looking graphic like this man right here does, but I have that technology. So, with that said, let's just jump directly into the first mailbag of the evening. And the first mailbag of the evening is going to be coming in from... Alright, first mailbag comes in from One Lucky. One Lucky says... I'll just pretend like Farls is here. He says... One Lucky says, Farls, how do you defend halfback screens and wide receiver screens? Well, that's a great question. So, let's first take a look at what makes screens and all that so effective, and then we'll kind of talk about a couple different ways to defend it. So let's just first take, a typical gun split slot formation. You're going to see this a lot for screens. I'm sure you've seen this screen quite a bit in what makes it so successful. So let's take a look. Let's just go 4-3 normal on defense. So a lot of times what can happen is if you play really aggressive and you blitz, what ends up happening is a screen will slip out, and then you can kind of get in trouble, and then you can see this is the result. And that's what ends up happening like third downs, like typically is, you want to get aggressive, so you send the pressure. It's 3rd and 12, 3rd and 15, and your opponent's like, oh, well, I don't know how to pick up 15 yards. Like, it's a lot of the psyche of like knowing the time and the situation of when your opponent wants to run a screen. Like, they want to run a screen on 3rd and very long situations, and the reason for it is because they literally don't have a play or a route like to convert on that type of play. So typically when you blitz, that's when you're going to find that you're going to have a shot where like that's where you're going to get beat. So anytime you get into a situation where it's 3rd and very long or 2nd and very long, like your sniff test should be going off, and that should be like literally screaming at you, and it literally should be telling you like, hey, like be on the lookout, like a screen is probably coming. Like the sniff test should literally go off for you. So step one there would be, I would recommend maybe not considering a heavy blitz, because if you do send the heavy blitz, as you saw in that last example, if they go ahead and run that screen, like your blitzers are going after the quarterback, In that case, it worked well. Bad timing by myself. But in your case, when you send all these blitzers like so, snap of the ball, like they're going after the quarterback, and if they get beat, like it's all she wrote, right? So the one thing you could consider doing is not sending as many guys after the quarterback in those situations. The next best thing I would say, make sure that one of your defensive tackles, like so if it's a screen left, it's going to be your lefty tackle. If it's a screen right, it's going to be your righty tackle. Make sure that defender has a really high play recognition, because the higher the play recognition, the better chances that they're going to sniff it out. Like, see right here, see how that guy's sniffing it out, and then he's trying to chase. So you want to try and click onto that defender. So the more speed he has, acceleration, more play rec, the quicker he'll be to realize it's a screen, and he follows suit and goes. Now, the pro tip recommendation I would recommend is you got to just get muddy. You got to get so muddy. Like, again, it's all about situation and knowing like the down and distance and the sniff test, recognizing that, okay, probably a screen situation here. And if it is screen, what you need to do is you got to get up in the belly of the defense, like snap and get aggressive. Like just get down there, fight, and then you hold Y. You won't run into the blockers, like they won't engage you. So that's why you can get really aggressive. Like watch how I run in here. Like those guys aren't going to block me. I just want to get into a spot where if you do throw it, like I'm in the area and I hopefully get an interception. I know that's what you've probably all have seen some people do to make big plays doing that. What you don't want to do is the following. You don't want to go, okay, snap of the ball, like you don't want to go out here. You don't want to stay behind the lineman. It's tough to throw with operating two controllers, but I'll try here. You don't want to throw with the lineman in front of you, because then you get picked up by the blocks. As you can see, it's really not a good proposition for the defense. So what you want to do, again, is that snap of the ball, get muddy, go after them, and then when they throw it, like you're in the general area to take down the ball carrier. That's how I would recommend to stop a halfback screen. The other thing that you can do, if that's really bothering you, like you could drop a defensive tackle or defensive end into a flat zone. Like, so he'll drop out there, and it just gives another defender that's going to be out there to eat up a blocker, and then you get a free defender that doesn't, like, from your linebacking core that can come up and make the tackle. So that's how I would go about trying to defend a halfback screen. In wide receiver screens, it's very much the same situation. You want to just get defenders out there. Like the thing on like a wide receiver screen is if you play man-to-man, like man-to-man will do a really good job because you're putting a hat on a hat. And then they don't have the number advantage out wide to really get like free and get the blockers. Let's try and find one real quick. Let's see if we have one in this playbook here. So the chefs, let's go wide receiver screen. So if I were to come out in quarters and say cover 3 drop, if I go to cover 2 man, what you're gonna find here is even if they go to screen, like you still have the guys there. In that instance, you did get blocked pretty well, but so if you're running into that and seeing that's a problem, like, okay, go down here, put Watkins right there into a flat. That'll just put him in a better situation to get over there, and then, like, see how he's over there muddy. I got a bad animation when I'm trying to cut up field, and then I get tackled. So that's one way. You can get really aggressive again with a user. Like, it's the same idea as the screen, where, like, snap of the ball, you're just going. You're going, and then you're trying to get there like that. You're trying to jump in. Like, when you face screens, you need to be the aggressor. Don't sit back. Don't get away from attacking the ball. You be the aggressor, and you dictate the pace your opponent runs with. Yeah, Gibbs. Oh, that's a great feedback. Blah, blah. That's what Farles would say in this instance, is Farles would chirp in, and that's what he would say. All right. Good question there from One Lucky. Next up in the mailbag, we have coming in from Dynamite GM. He says, what is the best MUT wide receiver under 60K? So this is a great question. We're going to kick it over to good old Mutthead to try and find out and break this down with you folk here tonight. So let's take a look at what this is. Let's go to our position, wide receiver. Let's go not salary. Let's go prices, and let's just set it at 60K as our max. And let's kind of break it down. Let's see what we have available to us. So you can see AJ Green. Wow, AJ Green base. That's a really nice item for under 60K. You got Larry Fitz, a little slow, 82. you know, this question is kind of difficult because, you know, AJ Green fits into a different mold than like a Steve Smith. Julian Edelman fits into a different role than a Kelvin Benjamin. Because Kelvin Benjamin is really good. Like, this Kelvin Benjamin fits in the role of AJ Green. Like, I need my guy to be a big body receiver, go downfield, and try and stop it. So that, I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure out there. Like, you need to recognize, like, am I looking at this guy as a big body receiver, or am I looking at him as like a speed threat? That's all I'm looking at right there. So let's keep going here. Under 60K. Let's try to sort real quick. Edelman. Cooks is pretty good. Speed guy. You got Marvin Harrison, 81. I don't even need to see another base. Like, I'm going to recommend King Kelvin Benjamin right here as your, like, big, tall receiver. Like, he's going to be your big, tall receiver option. I mean, there's no better guy in the game right now for 6'5", 86 speed, 92 spec, and 92 catch of traffic. That is ridiculous. Brandon Cooks is going to be your best speed option. Like, if you don't care about spending the full 60K, Brandon Cooks is your best speed option. Kelvin's your best big guy option for those prices. I think that's a good mix. You got your height guy, your big body guy downfield, and then you got your speed guy in Brandon Cooks. Guys like Alshon Jeffrey, AJ Green, those are also really good big body options. Larry Fitzgerald, 82 speed, very slow. Just be careful of that. Same thing like Brandon Marshall, pretty slow. Jordy Nelson, 83 speed. That's really slow for the Jordy. As you look at these other guys, like, these guys really don't, like, you can't really go with many of these guys. You don't want to spend this coin on these guys. You'd rather kind of target up in here. So I would definitely say it's King Kelvin and then the Brandon Cooks. So great question there. Coming in from Dynamite GM about the best wide receiver under 60K. All right, we got our next mailbag question coming in. And let's take a look. It's coming in from Philly Chew. And Farles, he wants to know, walk me through your post-snap reads on offense. All right, that's a great question. So, this really kind of all depends on really the play you're in, but I'll run you through my reads the best I can. So let's come out, let's just say standard cover 3, and then let's come out offensively. I'll just show you what it looks like from like gun bunch, because that's a very big time formation I tend to use a lot. So let's go to like spot. Spot right here has a lot of different reads, a lot of different things happening. So my reads post snap, and to caveat off this, Philly Chew is asking, like, walk me through your progression of like who you're looking at, when you're looking at them, and then like how do you get to the conclusion of where to throw the ball. So I know that the question was post snap, but my reads start pre snap. My reads start initially with looking at the safeties. Like, I really do look at the safeties and look at their depth. Like, the most important thing I could recommend to you guys is right when the play call breaks, like, this is something I always get on Falls about, because there's so much information that happens from when the play is picked into like the first like second that the play art, like the screen play art shows, because you can see the original depth that your opponent is in. Like, because here's what happens: your opponent will go baseline press, and then like their defense adjusts to that, but there's like a split second where you can literally see the original like design and their depth, and there's a lot of tell in there of like, okay, that looks like it could have been a cover 3 because I saw one high safety, but then he base aligned and then he disguised it. But I saw that it was one high safety, so probably cover 3. Very, very much so the same for like cover 2 man or cover 2 zone. You can see those things. So I would say really important, pay attention to that first second. And then from there, what I recommend is really paying attention of where your opponent is like manually moving defenders. So what I mean by that is, like, this is all pre-snap, by the way. We're going to get the post-snap. But like, if your defender goes like this, if your defender takes this defender here and then just chucks him like right there, like, that should scream to you probably pressure off that edge. Like, that's what that represents, right? So you need to recognize that and see that and then start anticipating maybe pressure off that edge. It doesn't always mean it, but just be ready for it. It could be pressure off that edge. So those are kind of some pre-snap reads. Now, post-snap, what I like to do is I like to give myself, for my power formation gun bunch, I like to allow myself to read the field from left to right. And the reason I like doing that is because I like my brain, literally the way you read is from left to right. So for me, it's easy for me to watch the routes on the field and have the progression go from left to right. And typically, with all the receivers on the left side of the field, they're going to run all the progressions to the right. In most cases, that's like where the most room is, so that's where they go. So for me, I like to run from left to right. That's why I run the bunch flipped. So the very first thing I look to, I always want to, it's more of like a philosophy. I don't like look to certain parts of the field. I look to certain routes. So the way I set my play up typically is I always give myself 2 short options. So I say, I'm going to give myself usually a drag and a slant on almost every play. I always want to have 2 short options so that if one of them's covered, most likely the other is open. Then from there, I always usually give myself an intermediate route. And then lastly, you have like your backbreaker, your big time route. And typically you wouldn't have another option. You usually wouldn't have like a 5th option, but in gun bunch quads you do. Like this guy potentially would be like my halfback blocking. But so in this case, we actually have 2 deep routes. We have short routes and intermediate routes. So the way I would recommend this to you now is you want to set your plays up so that when you are reading the defense, you read from short to intermediate, medium to deep. So short, medium, deep. And you want to look at all your short routes first and then go to the next route. So in this instance, what I do here is I'll motion out Wilson. I first look to the drag, then I look to the slant, then I look to the corner, and then I come back to my backbreaker. So the timing of everything is in unison with one another. So let's take a look at how this would work, right? Now, I didn't throw the ball there, but let's take a look. So the snap of the ball, snap right here. I get a good read about like right there, like can I throw this or can I not? Like right there, I'm going to say I could maybe throw that drag, but he's probably only going to get 2 yards, so let's stay away from it. So then from right there, I then quickly scan. I quickly scan and I go right to the slant, right? And now I'm looking at this inside slant. And I see, okay, is he covered? Is he covered? Is he covered? And now I'm anticipating the linebacker over the middle of the field, and I see that, and he's covered. Then I look to the slant out or the corner, the intermediate route, and I see that there's a defender over there. I'm like, uh-oh, he's all covered. At this point of the play, I now go to my deep options because everything underneath short and intermediate is covered. And then at this point, I would go to my deep pattern, and I tried to throw it there, and ultimately I got sacked. But that's the progression I give. It's more not like where do I look on the field, but it's more set yourself up for success. Like play design and route concepts and routes you run. Like one of the biggest things I see people do that make mistakes is they do something like this. And Farles does it all the time. And I somehow like he's really good at it, but I get really frustrated because he'll do something like this. He'll be like, yeah, man, like I'm running this play right here, man. This is awesome, man. And I'm like, Farles, you're running 3 streaks all in the same area of the field. Well, yeah, I only want to throw to Macklin or Conley. Well, Farles, what about your other 3 options? Like, set yourself up for success. Give yourself some options in case, like, those other routes don't work, right? Or, like, you'll see someone do this. Like, they're going to go, I'm going to run Kelsey, and then I'm going to run Wilson, and I'm going to run 2 drags. Like, you don't want to run 2 drags. Like, you don't want to run 2 drags that close to one another. You're going to set yourself up for failure. So, you want balance, and you want levels of where your routes go. So again, the recommendation would be always give yourself 2 underneath options, give yourself an intermediate route, and then give yourself a bailout route. So this is what the Z-spot route looks like. But let's take a look at another play I've been running quite a bit, which is our quick out of the left here, the bunch trail. So I know you guys have probably seen a lot of how I've been playing online lately, and one of the routes and plays I do is the following. I motion this corner to the right side of the field, and then I put double drags to RB and B. Well, let's break this play down from what I just mentioned about spot. You now have 2 drags, right? So your 2 drags are your 2 short options, and they run a mesh together, and they run good spacing. Then you have Kelsey, who becomes a 3rd short route into an intermediate route because he runs a Texas angle route, so he breaks to the flat, and if there's no one there, you could throw it to him. But then he progresses downfield and it kind of runs like it ends up being kind of like a post. So you have kind of 3 short patterns. Then you have Kelsey who runs the intermediate route, and then you have the deep pattern to Macklin. So again, you can see how this short to medium to deep route passing routes that you have on the field all complement each other and all balance each other. That's the general rule I would recommend to you as you're setting up your plays. Don't focus so much on like, oh, I need to first look at the middle linebacker, then I need to look at the corner. Don't concern yourself with that. Concern yourself with good route spacing and good depth of all your routes, and make sure they all blend together. Like, what do you not want? You don't want this. You don't want Kelsey, Wilson, and Conley, 3 guys running drags. Like, you don't want that. You don't want that many guys running that many drags, because then it makes it easier for the defense to defend what you want to do. So, with that, God, that was a great question. That was a great question from Philly Chew right there. Walk me through your post-snap reads on offense. Now, coming in for our next mailbag question, we have from KN Gate. He says, how do you stop mesh? It's a great question. We were just talking about a mesh concept. Let's go out and first we'll show you what a mesh concept is, and then we'll show you a couple of ways you could go about trying to defend against it. So if we take a look, Snug's flip is from these tight sets, you'll most often find what a mesh concept is, but here it is right here. The play is called mesh, and the play mesh isn't a play. Mesh is a concept, right? It is a play, but it's more a concept than it is a play, because you can run a mesh really from anything. So what makes mesh so good is that you have 2 crossing patterns over the middle of the field, and it forces the defense to pick one or the other, kind of like, especially users. Like, a lot of times you might see, like, let's just say that I'm going to go here and I'm going to man up my middle linebacker on Wilson to mimic, like, oh, I jumped that drag. Like, okay, you jumped that drag, but guess what? There's another short drag over here. So it makes it really difficult for defenses to defend it, and it makes you have to have 2 defenders in that immediate flat, like playing a hard flat to take both of them away. So what are some things you could do? And we talked a little bit about this on last week's show, but man-to-man is usually a really good start, as like a really good starting point to defend a mesh. My recommendation for it would be to play man-to-man, drop one of your linebackers into a flat, and then you aggressively play underneath and take away the other flat. So like over here, I'm over here, and I'm just going to sit over there, and I'm going to wait for the other route to come to me. Because if you take a look at the opposite side of the field, the flat pattern is going to be over there to help defend against this mesh. So if you throw that drag right there, you're going to now have a flat defender in the area. So you can do this by switching this up, switching where you go. So for example, you could play man, the press, you could drop Graham this time into the flat, and then you would aggressively play over here with Jenkins. So now if this time they go, oh, he's going to go over there, now you have him there, and there's the flat. There was the flat that takes away the drag. So I really like that. I like playing the man-to-man. I like dropping the DN specifically in to take away the mesh. You also find that if you play zone and you drop your DNs, they're going to do just the same. But what ends up happening is there might be wiggle room for the mesh, like for the drags, to be thrown right away. Like I could throw it right there. Whereas if I'm playing man, I could have a little more success. I have to wait on that because the man defenders, they have to wait for them to get the sideline a little bit more. But what you're going to see here, again, if you put these guys into flats and then I throw the mesh, the defender's just sitting there waiting for him. Like he got around him there, but the defender's sitting there waiting for them. So that's how I would recommend defending the wide receiver, Gilgamesh. Great question. Another great question coming in from the mailbag. Mailbag! Next question in the mail sack. It's coming in from Aced a Boss. And he wants to know, how do you best disguise coverage on defense? So, this is another great question, as all these questions that are submitted on This Week in Madden. Great question. What you want to take a look at when setting up your defense. So specifically, like his tail end kind of ideas and his other additional notes he gave about what he was trying to get his point across here is he was saying like how do you disguise like between your blitz versus like, you know, if you play a coverage defense. And that's a dilemma that a lot of us have, because you could set up a blitz and your blitz looks entirely different than your coverage setup. So my recommendation is to make everything always try and look the same. So in this example here, you know, we're trying to send pressure off this left edge. So here's the play. Here's the setup. And boom, there's the pressure off that edge. Well, what if you want to disguise that into coverage but still make it look like you're sending pressure? Well, you want to leave it the same. And in this instance, like, my recommendation would be, if you want to fake pressure off the right edge, you always have to slide this linebacker out wide here so that they don't ever know, is pressure coming off of the left edge? Is pressure coming off the right edge? Like, where is the pressure coming from? So, for example, like, you could go something along the lines of like this, right? Where you go blitz Graham, move Kendricks here, and then do something like this, right? Put Kendricks in a zone, crash your line to the right, and then you get an instance where, like, oh, pressure's screaming off the right edge as well as the left edge. So then they don't know where is pressure coming from. So you ultimately, your job is to make everything look the same. Whether it's a blitz off the left edge, blitz off the right edge. So in this instance, like, let me go to cover 2. I do this quite a bit. You go to cover 2, and I would swing this defender over here, and then I blitz him. But pre-snap, like, you don't know. This looks exactly the same as our pressure where we were sending pressure off the left edge. But then what ends up happening is you run it, and then you get pressure off the right edge, and then your opponent isn't ready for it because you disguised it, and you go from there. The main thing you could do is simply use base align. Like, base align is your first weapon to disguise your coverage. Base align basically just freezes your defense. You use coverage audible and then right on the D-pad, and then that freezes your defense and prevents your opponent from really getting like a complete tell on what's actually happening out on the field. So that's how I would disguise my defense. That is actually how I currently disguise my defense. That's what's up. TWU, that's what's up. So great question coming in there from Aced A-Boss. As a reminder, guys, we do go live on This Week in Madden every single Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Madden Tips. We'd appreciate you follow the channel. Click that follow button in the lower part of the screen. Every time we go live, you'll be notified. We got a jam-full show tonight. We're about halfway through the tips portion. And coming up towards the end of this tips portion, we're going to be talking about the new 4-4 pass commit run defense, as well as our new theory of be the aggressor, play the aggro cover 0 style run defense. And we want to kind of vet it through you, the community, see if you guys have success with it, and then report back. And then as a community, we can help try and solve some of these run problems that we're facing. So I'm going to go to the chat real quick and let's see what's going on. We got Luke Kyle in the house who wants to know, how do you base align? So Luke Kyle, you go ahead and you hit coverage audible. So you hit the Y button like this, Y button, and then you hit the D-pad to the left right here, D-pad to the left, and that freezes your defense, and that's going to give your defense a uniform look. So again, that's coverage audible, Kyle. Y, you literally hit the Y button, and then you hit the D-pad to the right, like that, and that'll freeze your defense. Manalign will also do it as well. We also got my guy Chino in the house. Chino's here, Mora's here, Dibs is here. We got, obviously, Wolfman's here, the best mod there ever was, the best mod there ever will be. We got Golden Glovers in the house. We got all the goons in here tonight. Cher's here, W. Muni's here. We got Kohler for Hire, M. Lynch, The Great Pumpkin, Stevie Bird. Who else is here? We got Chrome Montana, Dibs, Tony Mac Jr., Pink Panther, Undertow. All the dudes are here tonight. We got medicinal use. Fire's here. My guy Fire's here. M. Lynch is here. We got all the goons here tonight, guys. Thank you for tuning in, watching the show tonight. I am running a solo pirate ship tonight. The game of the week tonight, I'm going to be playing an Ask Madden game only, where the only way I can call my plays is picking Ask Madden. Then I have to go with that play, and then I can make one adjustment off of it. So there it is. Shearer has a great question. Shearer comes in and he says, what bunch do you believe is the best? I think the best bunch, pound for pound, in the game. Thank you for the sub HUD right there from First 9 Lives. Thank you for the 5 months, my man. If you take a look at the Pittsburgh Steelers bunch, I think it's the best bunch of the game. When you look at its preset audibles and also the number of plays it has at its disposal, inside cross, all that good stuff. In my opinion, it's the best bunch in the game. but you know, it doesn't have the best complementary formations to go with it. So that's where it kind of some problems. Yeah. So balsamic manatees here as well. Next question in the mail bag, coming in from Big 411 wants to know, what are your top 3 offensive red zone concepts? All right, Big 411, we got you covered, my man. Let's take a look. Let's move the rock up to the red zone. So first and foremost, for those that don't know what the red zone is, in real football on NFL Sundays, when you see it, red zone is from the 20-yard line and in. And what does the red zone signify? Well, it just means it's the scoring area of the field. It's the place where you have to put points on the board. And it typically kind of gives the defense a little bit more of an advantage because they can be a little bit more aggressive because they don't have to worry about getting beat over the top, right? So it's a little bit harder for the offense, a little bit easier for the defense. But with that said, there's more pressure on the defense because your opponent is getting closer to scoring. So there's a lot of different angles that go with it. So I always like to say that in Madden, the 10-yard line and in Madden is the real true Madden red zone, because this is where, you know, you start being limited in what type of offensive schemes you could run because you literally are running out of space. Or that the likewise counterpart in real life is a 20, but in Madden you can still kind of run a lot of the same deep routes and still have a lot of same success. So I like the 10-yard line. The 10-yard line and in is my Madden red zone. So let's just put the rock on the 5-yard line and kind of show you some things here. So let's take a look. So first and foremost, you guys know where we're going with this. My favorite number one option in the red zone. Let's just reset the question real quick. We are going to take a look at right here from Big 411. He says, what are the top 3 offensive red zone concepts in Madden NFL 17? So we're going to take a look here at the gun bunch quad, and it's called bunch trail is the play, but more so the concept with air quotes around it that I find is most effective is throwing high point passes to posts. So that, for the example here, would be this route to Hill. So basically, I find corners and I motion them across the field, and I utilize them as a post, and then I throw a high point pass to them. Now, Hill's not the best option because he's not very tall. So let me go out and find a taller guy. Maybe Travis Kelce could be a better option. But I love throwing these posts in the back of the end zone, and I've had great success with doing it. So let's take a look at our receivers. Let's just get Kelce out of there and put him in. All right, so here's bunch trail. Then do the same thing here. And notice Kelce over there, he's on a corner pattern. So you can find a lot of these corners really any formation. My recommendation would be to smart route the corner, and then from there, motion him across the field. Now, from here, let him set. When he gets about like over the middle of the field, hold LB and then hold LB and then throw a bullet pass to the tight end. What makes this effective is you're putting the ball in a spot where only the tight end can get it. And it's really hard for the defense to make a play on the ball because of how high you're throwing the ball. Now, you will drop the ball, no pun intended, but you will drop the ball sometimes. You really want to look at guys that have good height, catching traffic, and spectacular catch. I think one of the best guys in the game for this right now is the Gold King Kelvin Benjamin. He's 6'5", 6'6", and he's got like 91 spectacular catch and 90 catching traffic. So he's a really good option for it. So that's my first recommendation. Like, it's really any route that kind of gets like in that deep post territory. So like this route to Kelce here, like you're going to still have success with him. As soon as he cuts there, like that's tough. That's really difficult for your opponent to have to defend. So just keep that in mind. You really want to throw these posts. You want to get them in the back of the end zone, deliver a high point pass, because it's really hard. Like, that's how the defense has to win. They have to get like an animation where they break the play up. They're usually not going to get their ugly paws or mitts on the pass. upfield. So, and if you've watched me play, like you've seen me throw that route a million times. It's literally where I go. I'm actually starting to see how much more effective this bunch one is. Like this route's really kind of good. Like he gets it over the defender's head, and then you have to just hope that he's gonna miss it. Like what makes this effective is you think it's covered. Like take a look. Like if you're your opponent here, like you think this is covered, but you deliver a high point ball. Like for all intents and purposes, Jenkins has got this covered. Excuse me. Jenkins has got this covered, but because it's a high point pass, he doesn't get to cover it. So if I were to throw that same ball and just throw a bullet pass, you can see how it's going to get picked off. So that's where the high point comes into play. Let's take a look. A question in the mailbag says, what about, in the chat says, what about a high rounded slant? Let's take a look at Macklin. If Macklin gets depth, yeah, it's going to be good. Like right there, no. Right about there, pretty good. Like right there, good. Not great, but good. But you can see how much longer it takes for it to develop. It takes too long, and you're going to run the risk of getting sacked. So, what are the other good passing concepts you like out of this? Well, this right here is more of a flood. This is called the Holland's Bunch. So the Holland's Bunch is really good, and let's take a look at what this is. So, if you take a look at a gun bunch formation, and you look at the play verticals, that's the play you want to take a look at. Excuse me. So, the play verticals. What you're going to see here is Macklin. Macklin pulls the outside defense away. Like Macklin's attention is going to pull any flat route, any flat pattern off that left edge. So then what you do here is you put Kelsey on the backside, run out to that same part of the field, and you're going to see the defense drifts away from it, and then there's a passing lane right there for you to throw into. So let's show you that again. So here's Kelsey. You see how the defense drifts away, and then you get it to your big tight end who falls forward for a touchdown. So this is the Holland's Bunch. This is just using route spacing to win. The zone defender chucks right there. He gets outside leverage, and then Kelsey falls forward. I really, really like this. A lot of guys, as Outlander's saying in the chat, is if you do an L trigger low pass, is also really effective as well. Like if you go with like a slant and a low pass, like that's really effective because, again, you're putting the ball where the defense is going to have a very difficult time to defend it. So here's a slant right there. Like that's really tough for the defense to defend. Here's again. Backside slant. I'm holding left trigger and I'm throwing a bullet pass. And it's low and it gets into a spot where it's hard for the defense to defend against. Show you again. Here's the slant. Left trigger throw. Bullet pass. And I'm putting the ball right where it's really difficult for my opponent to really defend the play. So let's try it on a different part of the field. Let's try it to Kelsey here. Oh, I literally threw it into the back of the guy's head. Bang. So those would be my three passing ways I would recommend. I like the high point, I like the low ball, and I like the Holland's Bunch to flood the zone on that part of the field. You can see here again one more time. That wheel pulls the outside defender away and opens space up for that out pattern. It's a great question right there that came in from Big 411, his top 3 red zone offensive concepts. So, question coming in from Shug Seam. He says, do you recommend high, low point pass buttons over directional pass lead with stick? Directional pass lead's good. Sorry. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Probably because I'm talking so much. Directional pass lead definitely is good. You run the risk of sailing the ball. When you use the directional pass lead, like you're going to take into account a lot more of the quarterback's ratings, so just be aware of that. So, next up, in the mailbag, we have the following question. We have, coming in from Hot Sticks, he says, do you have red zone half-back toss defense? I do. I feel pretty confident in what it is. At least blowing up the ability for the offense to get out, to win the battle to the edge. That's your main objective when you're playing halfback toss defense. So let's take a look at what that means. So let's go tight pair. Let's go halfback toss. So, excuse me. I'm going to throw up the question again. Coming from Hot Six. Do you have red zone halfback toss defense? So, with that said, the problem that you get with halfback toss is the drifting defender. The drifting defender is your worst nightmare. And we'll take a look at what that means in instant replay here. The drifting defender is what keeps you up at night. It's what makes you not be able to sleep. It's what makes you feel terrible about your run defense. So take a look at 21. Because he's in the zone, and because he's not playing aggressive style defense, he drifts away from the play. See how he literally snapped the ball and he just... Well, that allows the offensive line to then get leverage on him, and he can't get to the ball carrier on the point of attack, and then we give up a touchdown. So that's kind of the main problem. So, because of that, we need to recognize that. So what I like to do is I go base line that gets the corner out wide, and then I like to press, because now they're very wide and they are in a press situation near the line of scrimmage. So then from there, I like to either blitz the defender, so that way if they run the toss again, like that is what you want, because then you have the ability to scrape or set the edge. Let me show you that again. You eat up a ball carrier when you're blitzing this defender over here. So you're eating up one blocker, and then so that was actually a really good clean block that didn't force the halfback to really do much. So if he were to battle there, what ends up happening is like it's gonna not be such an easy decision to just cut it out wide from Jamal Charles. So in this instance, let's try it again. Let's blitz the corner. Use the toss. Let's get outside scrape. Like right there, see how you force the toss back inside? Like ultimately, as the computer, he still scored. But basically, you want to have to force the defender or force the receiver to have to cut the run back up inside. So here it is one more time. So here's the toss. I'm going to get out there, scrape. And then I'm able to get over there and don't have to worry about a defender kind of blocking me or eating me up. So like here's the difference. If we just ran it as is and I get out there, like I get eaten up. On that play, I actually made a good play. But I'll get eaten up by one of those blockers. So here's again. Get out there. And then I almost got eaten up by 71. That's the idea, is if you become the aggressive player, blitz a guy off the edge, you blow that first blocker up, and then you can have success and force the run back inside. That would be my recommendation. The other one right there, coming from the chat as well, R Warrior, is a lot of times, I feel not so confident to blitz the defender, but if you just do a bluff blitz, bluff blitz, McKelvin, he's on I hit the A button and then right stick to the right, and that puts him on a bluff blitz. What that means is he's going to fake blitz and then he drops back into his assignment. But what ends up happening is the fake blitz just keeps him in a really good position right there to take down the ball carrier. So I'll show you that again. So here is the baseline press and the bluff blitz on McKelvin. Snap of the ball, he goes in, but see how he's out wide, and like that's what you're looking for. That's the definition of what is a good looking like outside containment defense. Is exactly what happened there. The first time where he got his clock cleaned, like that was not a good example, but this is what you want. So here you can see the aggressive defender comes in, gets to the edge. Charles immediately kind of like looked to cut upfield, but then he didn't. He went back out wide, and you see how he goes contextually aware now on Sherman. Like he wasn't able to get around the fullback. That's exactly what you want. It gives you enough time to get your defender over there and pop the halfback and get the big fumble in this case. But that's a textbook example of what you want your outside defense to look like. Guy needs a coffee, Jim Jupiter. Guy needs a coffee. So, another great question coming in from the mailbag. I believe we have one more question. And this question's coming in from Daryl190. He wants to say, what are the best plays for slow wide receivers and tight ends? Well, I got a couple plays for you. You guys have seen me run them. Sometimes I say you have to... Farles doesn't trust these routes, but these routes are built for slow defenders. So let's take a look at what some of them are. So, two specifically in the Gun Bunch Quads playbook that you'll find, though, in a lot of different playbooks. They are, anytime you have a post on the outside, these are really successful user catch routes that you can have a lot of success with. And it doesn't really matter what formation you're in, it just matters that they're on as the outside receivers, outside far left or outside far right. So in Gun Bunch Quads, you can see that the play spot has one. Let's move the rock back. So, take a look at Conley on the right side. These routes, you don't need speed for. You need great height, catch in traffic, and spectacular catch. Because you're throwing that ball, and they need to be able to hang on to it with a bunch of defenders around them. And speed is not required here. It's not something that you need. It doesn't help you have more success on the play. What you need is you need a tall receiver that has the ability to go downfield and win one-on-one battles over the middle of the field like that and hang on to it after that hit. Can't stress the importance of how you need to be able to hang on to that ball once you make that catch over the middle of the field as he breaks over, and then you catch it in front of your defender like so. So that post, I call that the Z-spot route. That little inside move, runs a vertical, and then runs in a post again. Now you're going to find the same route is hidden in these other posts, like this route to Macklin. So take a look at this post by Macklin. The same kind of concept. It has a different beginning and a different beginning and a little bit of a different end. But the same kind of idea exists of what you're trying to do. Like he's going to run a vertical, and then he runs a post. It's the same type of pass lead, and I'm just trying to cut it off. Right, and right there you can see again with Macklin. Macklin's got some speed. He's not necessarily the guy, but you can do this with anybody, but you're gonna have more success with someone that's tall with good catch and traffic and jump, spectacular catch, than you are gonna have with someone that's really fast. Like Brandon Cooks, not good for this at all. Like Brandon Cooks, not the guy that you want for this. But these routes from all over the game, all over the field, are going to give you the best success with these slow wide receivers to implement them in a way that they can be successful in your offense. So let's take a look. Let's try to find another one. So like here, PA wide receiver in. Just take a look at this. One with the Conley right here. He's going to run upfield. That guy just destroyed my offensive tackle. I'll show you it again. Here's Conley. He's going to run the post right there. I can't get time in the pocket. Let's try and shorten the route. Alright, that's better. Shorten the route. Uh-oh, that guy's coming in. This pass rush, tell you what. Pass rush is too fierce. Let's see, one more time. One more time for the boys. As you can see right there, you still have success running that from another formation. So look for those posts on the outside to ultimately give yourself a ton of success when it comes to using slower wide receivers and tight ends in Madden 17. All right, guys. I believe that is all of our mailbags. I don't believe we have any more mailbags. We've gone through. We did them all. We did them all. Sorry about that. So, next up on the agenda, we're going to go over this run defense. Little C Dodge, yeah, I'm going to be doing an Ask Madden game after the show, after the tips portion of the show. So let's take a look at run defense. And we're going to break it down for you here. So, the general question comes in, can you show us or give us new ways to try and stop all of these effective runs that we're seeing right now in Madden 17? So what this tip now is going to represent, we're going to show you a couple things. We're going to show you a new concept we're calling the 4-4 pass commit run defense, and then our other defense is called the aggro cover zero run defense. So let's first talk about the 4-4 pass commit defense. I would recommend coming out 4-4 split and come out in the cover 3. Then from here, the move to set this up is to pinch your linebackers, spread your defensive line, and crash it out. Now, here's the problem that we face a lot of times. Someone runs a counter. We'll go in instant replay and show you what it looks like. If someone runs a counter, you will find that when they run the counter, look at your defenders. They all, like in unison on a very consistent basis, go in the opposite direction. That's like by design from like counters. That's the whole point of the counter. You get the defense going one way and you go the other. Well, it happens on a very consistent basis, and that's what makes these counters so effective this year. So, step one in this 4-4 pass commit D is like, how do we take this away, and how do we not let the offense have the advantage when they run counters? So, you have a way to get around this and mitigate those problems for your defense. So, what you want to do is hold pass commit, left trigger, and then up on the right stick. That then makes your defense say, play the pass, don't worry about the run, but play the pass. And what you're going to find happens is your defenders don't get faked out by the halfback counter. So take a look. Remember the linebackers before, they got faked out, and they all went the opposite direction. Notice how they're all flaring here, and they flare out, and they're dropping into their zone assignments. Well, what ends up happening is if I was able to get to the edge there, I look at the defender. There's a defender out there, Michael Kendricks, that's just waiting for Jamal Charles to come in and lay a big hit on him. There's no one else out there that could block him. So what we figured out was if we call pass commit, then we're able to mitigate that problem that we're having with having to worry about our defenders going the wrong direction with counters. There it is again. Watch, I get out wide, like I can't even get wide from the containment because of the line crash. But you can see that it's very successful in preventing your opponent from faking your defenders out with the counter. Now, the other thing that I think is effective about this defense is we have 4 linebackers, and they're all at the same depth, but they're all far away from the line of scrimmage. Like, they're not, like, up in the belly of the beast. They're not, like, all up here. They're not up here. They're not right here, and they're not, like, right here. So what this really, truly means is that it's really hard for the offensive line now to find these guys in the open field and get their ugly paws on them to lay a block. So what ends up happening is the offense has to work harder to now get upfield and make a play on these guys. Like, for example, let's take a look at 61 right there, Morse. He's a great pass blocker, not known for all of his run blocking, but known for his pass blocking. But take a look at the center. He's got no one to block because they're all so far away. So he's out there seeking them. He's like, come on. Where are you? Let me block you. So look at, he's like first going to 50, right? Looks like he's going to go to 50. Then, he peels off to Mike Jenkins, goes to Jenkins, and then look at, there's 2 linebackers that are free to take down the ball carrier. So that's what we mean by, if you keep your defenders far enough back, it makes the offense have a really hard time to identify them and then block them. Where if I were to keep my guys really close, let's go. Oop, I don't want to do that. Let me go like this. Let's just leave it like where they are here, right? If I were to leave my defenders here, not pass commit or anything, like it's easier for your opponent to get their ugly paws on them. And right there, you see I was able to get to the edge, set the edge, and no problem. The edge was sealed. So instant replay wise, look at the defenders without the pass commit. They all break the wrong way, and then you're able to get out the side of the edge and go. Now that guy on the outside made a good play. But you can see the success you have. So we're calling this the 4-4 pass commit. It's not the end-all be-all defense, but what I believe is that it's going to put your defense over the long haul. Over the long haul of playing this game, I feel as though you're going to put yourself in a better situation to stop the run, and more specifically stop the big run. Like stop the run that like it's going to prevent the 80-yard touchdown run that happens so often in this year's game. Like, so out here, like, notice how the outside linebacker, because of the pass commit, he got really aggressive there. He recognized that it was a run, and then he went and attacked the ball carrier. So here's again, pass commit. Here's the defense, power G. They drift, and then right there, you can see the offensive line has a tough time to identify the guys in space. They're not able to get their paws or ugly paws on anybody. And then, as you can see, like look at 84, he's not blocking anybody until 6 yards upfield. So now they're not really doing anything. My guys are just kind of free. And notice how no one ever even gets their hands on our outside corner. He comes in, he makes a play on the ball. And we have 2 defenders that are getting wide, scraping wide, setting the edge. Now, opposed to if we had something that looked like this, right, on defense, if we just kind of kept our defense the way it is, let's say a little pinch of the line here, Power G. Notice the difference. Now, yes, the ball carrier got taken down in the backfield, but what I want to call your attention to is notice the difference how quickly the offense gets their ugly paws on the defense. Remember 53 before. No one touched him. He was scraping to get wide. Well, now guess what? The offense has the advantage because they're blocking him. Travis Kelce's getting downfield. He's blocking the inside linebacker. Well, everyone at this point is blocked. If 76 did a better job of kicking out here and just blowing up the outside corner, you're in a tremendous problem, right? So let's take a look at this again. Let's pinch the line. Let's go out here. Everyone gets their ugly paws on people. Uh-oh, you're in trouble. See how he got his ugly paws on him? And that's what happens, and then you get upfield, and then it's a bad situation. So we can mitigate some of those risks by running the 4-4 pass commit, where we spread our defensive line, crash it out, pass commit, and then go from there. And you're going to see the offense has a harder time getting their ugly paws on people. And right there, as you can see, he breaks a tackle. That's fine. But we still had a defender in the area. I would recommend putting a really good tackle player on that outside. Now, the next step I want to show you, I want to go and talk about what it means to be the aggro cover zero style defense in Madden 17. So, you just saw the 4-4, and that 4-4 is a very... It's a safer way to play, and that's one way to play run defense. But I'm also now recognizing there's another way you can play, and it's a very aggressive nature. It's from the 4-3. It's really any cover zero play. So by default, you take a look at a play like Thunder Smoke. What cover zero literally means, notice how there's no zones on the field. Cover zero means there's no deep defender protecting the deep part of the field. That's what cover zero means. It also signifies, hey, my opponent is blitzing, right? So let's take this 4-3 normal Thunder Smoke, and let's talk about what it means to be aggressive. So first and foremost, I love that when you pinch your linebackers from this set, look where they go. They get to a very unique spot in the field. They get really tight, and they get really close to the line of scrimmage. Now, when you're the aggressor, this is a good thing. When you're not the aggressor, and you're dropping back into soft zones, it's not good to be near the line of scrimmage because the offense dictates the pace and the flow of the play. So now we have our linebackers really close to the line of scrimmage. Well, what would happen now if we kind of overload the defense in the middle of the field here? So let's say the offense here runs the counter. Uh-oh. Now look what happens when you become the aggressor. We don't sit back on our heels. We play a very aggressive style defense. I understand that you could get beat off of this, but I want to give you something that not only do you have the 4-4 that allows you to sit back and play a little more soft coverage. That's one option. But how about those times where it's 3rd and 1, you know they're going to run a counter? Well, here's a great setup, a great play, where you don't even have to do anything. The defender just came in and took the ball carrier down in the backfield. So there it is right there. There's the counter. So let me show you that again. This is a pinch your linebackers, pinch your defensive line, and then snap of the ball, just go. You can see the linebacker gets in the backfield, and he makes a play on the ball carrier. So... Great question there from Shamo Kino. He says, well, just run a sweep and it's 6. Totally. That's the name of the game. There's no perfect end-all, be-all defense. I think that 4-4 gets into a little bit more of the territory where it gives you a little bit more success to have it as like an every down defense. But what I want to show you here, and what I want to hit home about this aggressive style defense is I think you guys can have success understanding be the aggressor when it comes to trying to stop the run in this year's game. So, how might we want to try and stop the power G stuff? Well, my recommendation would be to pinch linebackers here and then spread the line and do the same thing we did from 4-4. Crash your line out. That's what I would recommend. Now, if they do run power G, you get out there, you scrape, and look at the difference between being the aggressor versus playing the 4-4 soft coverage where you kind of guys drift in the space. Take a look at the point of attack and where the offense becomes we dictate to the offense how we're going to play. Look at this. 84 gets no push. Look at 87. He gets no push upfield. 42, the fullback that was kicking out and blocking dudes all the way up in this area by the 30. He now gets eaten up in the backfield. 76 gets eaten up in the backfield, and now everything's muddy. We're over there with our user defender. We take the ball carrier down for about a 3 to 4 yard loss. Let's show you that again. Here it is. Pinch the linebackers, spread the line, crash it out. Get your user defender over there. They run the power G, snap of the ball, get over there, make a play. And look how muddy it is. I'm now just giving you an option here that it's okay to be the aggressor with what you're trying to do. Are you going to get beat over the top with some passing plays or some drags? Yeah, you better believe you are. But if you know that the run is coming, I think this is a really good option to go to. It's clogs running lanes. You're putting defenders in every single gap because you're being the aggressor. And you're pushing the offense back rather than the offense pushing you back. So that's what I want to hit home here, the importance of this. Now, the other thing to note, notice how in the cover 0, your outside corner here is in a, he's in a force role. That's really important to the success of this play. When you're in a cover 3, notice how this defender is not in a force role, and it's putting the pressure on this inside safety. Like, that means this inside safety has to get wide. So unless you manually slid him out here like this, it's going to be really hard for him to get out wide and set the edge. But in cover 0 plays, the outside corner on that side is now in a force defender role. So that then gives you the advantage there to have some success. Now let's show you a little bit of a power O here. Power O. Again, entire defense is completely muddy. And it gives you a great shot to be able to defend a lot of what your opponent is doing. I want to show you this run defense as well against another front that's also really popular that people like to run. So let me just go here, Thunder Smoke again, and we're gonna go single back jumbo pair and call the counter. So here's Thunder Smoke. So here it is. Pinch our linebackers against this front. Your opponent goes and runs the counter. Defender gets in there, and we get completely muddy, and we take the counter down in the backfield. So let's take a look at now halfback dive. Halfback dive. And then your opponent runs the dive. And notice how we get defenders. They shot through the gap, but they actually didn't take them down. They missed. But the important thing is they actually got free. We're shooting free defenders in after the ball carrier on a halfback dive, which is clutch. Like that inside linebacker, he's completely unblocked. I don't know about you, but I haven't seen very many plays in this year's game where like you actually can old school shoot the gap like this. Like the halfback dive from this set is really good because you can cut it to the left here and get out wide. You no longer can because that DN is going to contain there. This inside linebacker, he's going to shoot through that middle gap. And then on the outside edge, you have your free defender. You have your free user defender that you could shoot through between 87 and 84 and have success. So the last one we have to take a look here is the stretch from this formation. Let's take a look. 4-3. We'll go to Thunder Smoke. And we'll go to stretch. So let's take a look. What this looks like against stretch. Snap of the ball. Get out wide. And as you can see, we're also able to still lock up stretch from this play as well. So here it is again. Stretch, get out wide, and look at that gap. I made a terrible user play there, but that's exactly what we want. This is exactly the type of hole we want to be able to make a one-on-one play, because then it's on us to make a play, and we love that. Like, look at that gaping run lane right there. You want that, because then it's one-on-one. Let me make a play in the open field. Unfortunately, I got beat there, but I'd rather that than just getting always blocked by everybody. Like I would much rather that happen than just always getting blocked by everybody. So let's show it again. Here it is, open field. I get juked again. Don't forget, I'm controlling 2 controllers here. Don't forget that. We're gonna get one here before we go though. Stretch. There it is. That's the one we wanted, and you can see we take down the ball carrier. So. You can see, be the aggressor is my rule. That's the run defensive tutorial. I hope that was helpful for you guys. One thing I want to note about it, guys, is it's not the end-all, be-all to the way you're going to play the game. It's not going to be the cure-all. What I hope it does is I hope that it sparks something for you guys. I hope that it gets you thinking in a different way of how to maybe try and play run defense. My hope is that you take something like a nugget from it and you turn it into a better defense, and then you come back and you share it with the rest of the community. That is my hope. Quarters we'll get into another day. It's the same concept. We could get that into another day, but if that's going to be helpful for you guys, let me know in the chat. Type 1 in the chat. And let me know if you found that helpful, if you found some ideas you think you could go ahead and use that for your next lab, your next game, whatever it is. You're going to take nuggets from that and go from there. You could pass me. Thanks for the follow, Takashi. Appreciate all you guys with the follows here tonight. We're about to get into the Ask Madden game. The game of the week. It's the game of the week. The game of the week. Just getting situated here. Getting situated here. We got the great 811999 hosting the stream. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. Thank you for that. I appreciate that greatly. Thank you greatly. Let's take a look. Take a look-ski here. So what we have coming up next is going to be an Ask Madden game. So literally I can only ask Madden to pick my play. That's literally all I can do. That's the only thing I can do, and it's going to be epic. 1 second. Da-da-da-da. All right. And voila. All right. So, Trey Burton. What is that, Shamu? Let's take a look at some of the questions in the chat. Humble guy, my guy. My guys in the chat. A lot of ones, a lot of 1-1-1s. Appreciate it. MC Fank. For sure. Let's pop into a game. Remember, this is the Ask Madden only challenge. We'll use my we'll use my squad. What's up, Tank G Man? Ba 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 ba. Guys, as a reminder, this is This Week in Madden. You can always send your mailbag questions in every single week to the mailbag. Ooh, a limited use honey badger. The bonus honey badger. Honey badger don't care. Honey badger don't care. All right, head to head. TWIM 204. Let's get into a game. This is gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to play really ball control with this. Ask Madden only. Let's lock down our lineup. Let's go from there. Because I have Aaron Rodgers, am I allowed to make 2 hot routes? I should be allowed to make 2 hot routes because I have Aaron Rodgers. I might allow that. I might. I make the rules. I make the rules around these parts. With no Farls here, I get to do that. Humble guy, I'm using the Jets offense and the Raiders defense. Beast mode, the best wide receiver under 60K. I gave it as speed option was the Brandon Cooks, the Friday Night Draft Champions Cooks. And then for a tall guy, like a big receiver, it's the team of the week, Kelvin Benjamin. Use the bronze squad? Yeah, right. Humble guy, I like the Jets. It has a lot of cool formations. I love its gun bunch. I like its gun bunch quads. I like its gun wide chips open. Let's go. I know. I'm going to be punting on every 4th down. It's terrible. Surf Funk says a lot of 0-1 traps. I'm playing Captain K11. We're about to lock in and play. Ooh.
Let's get right to it.
The Rodgers. Let me switch up the overlay here. All right. The Ask Madden game commences now. All right, guys, we are about to play the Ask Madden game of the week. What that means is we are only allowed to use the Ask Madden function to pick our play. From there, we're allowed to make one hot route. You know what? No. Executive decision. I can make as many hot routes as I want on any play. Fact. And then we'll go from there. What do you guys think? So here it is. Here's our play here. We're going to go trio sky. Trio sky.
They come out here in the eye.
Counter. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I got to pass. I'm going to pass him next time. I'm cheating? All right, fine. I won't change the routes. I can do as many line shifts and stuff as I want, and I can make one adjustment change. Dang, that's tough. Under smoke, cover 2 flat or mid blitz. Let's go with under smoke. All right, that's all I did. That's all I did. I'm using him.
Rodgers to throw on second down.
Yick it! Oh, yick it, yick it, yick it, yick it, yick it. Come on. One hot route, 2 hot routes. All right, 3rd and 7. All right, chat, you make the decision. You make the decision. 2 hot routes? All right, cover 2, show 4. That's what they gave me. Cloud flat. We'll go Kiki's here. We're going to man up Cook. We manned him up. We manned him up. No, it's only the first page, Foxborough. It's only the first page. Only the first page. First page is the only one allowed. That's how it works. Only first page. Okay, he's going to go here to the run. Okay, let's go be the aggressor. Let's be the aggressor. Attaboy, that sounded like be the aggressor. That worked. Alright, no hot routes? No hot routes? Come on! 2 hot routes. People want hot routes. People don't want hot routes. Alright, 3 wide. Let's go cover 4.
But when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
I yicked that. I yicked that thing so hard. Let the man eat. Let the man eat. Hot routes. Yes, hot routes. 1 hot route. Play stock, be a man. What does this mean? All right, he's going to 3rd and 11. All right, we're going to go here. I get to make 1 hot route. Yicked it. Let's go, Sgibs. Make a big play. Did I yick it? Did I yick it? I put my gives down, flipped it, and I yicked it. Woo! Let's go. Big play. Throw your Kobe's up. Throw your lab work up. Throw the lab emote up. Let's go. All right, first down. I can flip it. That counts. Can I audible? Can I quick audible once I get in? Chat, gotta let me know. Can I quick audible once I get into a play or no? 2 hot routes on offense because I have conductor. Can I quick audible once I get in, or does that count? All right, 1st and 10, ball in the 43. Go, 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 Emmett, go, Emmett, 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 ah, go, Emmett, go, Emmett, ah, go, Emmett, go, Emmett, go, go. All right, so I can quick audible. Quick audibles count as one hot route. Or no. I can quick audible, but then I still get 2 hot routes. Let's go. We're just defining this as we go. I love it. I love it. Man of the people. Kobe. Let's go. That was awesome. Emmett is such a goon. I love me some Emmett. Alright. Here's the kickoff. Yeah, I know it's no longer Ask Madden, but like that's a great way for people to remember what it is. Like everyone understands the Ask Madden, right? That is battle ready, Emmett. What's up, Frank Big? It's no longer Ask Madden, it's coach suggestions. I understand that, but it's still the same idea. And when you say that, people get it. All right, coach suggestions. 3 wide receiver set. All right, let's go back here. All right, so I did a quarterback contain. I'm going to man up my feet, passing it. Let's go. That's such a great play. Michael Bennett on the inside. What if I just played this way all the time? All right. Wow, that's a tough. That'd be a tough. All right. Play action. That was almost a great play. Almost a great play. 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there?
Pork chop. Okay.
Just enough to bring the tight end free down.
So we got 3rd and 8. Ooh. Cover 3 match could be kind of good here. He hasn't shown he can beat the 2 though. We'll go the top one because it's nickel.
Tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to find his running back.
Good defense. 4th down. 4th down. Uh-oh, he's in 4th.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
What you gonna do, brother? Stuff them! Stuff them! Stuff them! Let's go! Alright, FL drive, curl flatties, or bench. I'm going bench. I'm going Gilga bench. Oh, okay, Sir Funk. I like that. I like that. I can do anything I want. Anything I want. Anything I want. Alright, 1st and 10, ball on the 33. 2 DBs back. Pressure potentially off that left edge. Let's go off the left side. Here you go, AJ Green. Is the hack, I just go no huddle on offense? Is that the hack? Ooh. Alright, we'll go PA middle shot. That's right, chicken and stuffing sandwich, my guy, Callums. Alright, 2nd and 5, ball on the 29. They're giving me a tough play on this one. We gotta get some blockers. We're gonna go just a quick slant, and we're gonna go up top. The route that Farles won't throw. The route that Farles won't throw. Let's go. Let's go. Big time play. Big time play. Big boy. Large child.
And a touchdown there to help them expand the lead.
All you're looking for is as much.
What if this was the new way I play? What if I just became so dominant and so unpredictable because I didn't even know the play I was going to call? That would be next level. Oh, your Kobe's up. Let's go. That's the route that Farles doesn't trust. Oh, I guess it's terrible. I guess it's not good. I don't know. Practice it, Farles. Trust it. Do it. 4-man. Doing things that the other Farles won't do. Yeah. I'm just living in this Tampa 2 kid. I'm just living in it. All right, quarterback contain, 1 adjustment, and then we're going to man up. We're going to man up Cook.
offense take care of the defense. Defense take care
And we're
of
going
the
to shift
offense.
line to the right.
And
That's not an
have
adjustment. That's a line shift.
This is a chance for them to pick themselves
And we're going to
up.
get ready for the power O. Uh-oh. I felt the power O was coming.
First down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
100 reps before bed.
Let's give credit all around.
You don't think I don't? I don't do that? I eat, sleep, and breathe this. All right.
Finisher, a really nice
Let's
run.
go cover 3 Mabel. Maybe it's Maybelline, but we got to read the bunch side. Let's flip it. Let's flip it. Quarterback and Tane.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Steps away to his left.
Let's go.
This one
That was
over
big.
away, and the security crew incomplete here.
Haha, one hell one. Big boy dots. Big boy, big boy, big boy.
You just can't shake anyone free. They tried their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down. An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. They'll run it now.
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
And an alley to
Uh-oh, uh-oh, dear diary.
have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Come on. Give me another maybe it's Maybelline.
On that one, it earns him a
Maybe
first
Gibbs is
set
born
of
with it.
downs.
Maybe it's Maybelline. Haha, that's my new tagline anytime I call success with Mabel.
To get us going.
Maybe Gibbs is born with it.
With first down.
I just breathed in too much air. Ooh. I don't know if that's gonna work, but
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
we got a flat over there though. I'm just getting out here getting real adjusty. Just getting real adjusty, boys. It's kind of fun. This is kind of fun. I'm not just a setup monkey every game now. I'm just like being organic.
What you're doing.
Maybe it's Maybelline? Yeah. All right, where's the bunch? Where's the bunch?
Where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
Let's go. Real raw and organic.
Gonna get to his primary.
Real raw, real organic.
As soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat
Just
that.
getting real adjusty out here.
5 yards to gain here on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson.
No.
And he's
That was a bad play call.
31, and that's enough for
That was a bad.
a good pickup there of 20 yards.
It could be a new series. It could complement the Bronze Ballers.
A long way downfield before he's able to corral him, but that's why you have him on the field, the last line of defense.
He made the play. I don't know if it'll be remembered. They're probably so mad that the run went for that long.
Wonder if they were thinking pass in that situation as opposed
Real aggressive. Real aggressive. I'm just getting. Ha.
he's able
This guy never knows what I'm gonna call. Why? You know why? 'Cause I don't know what I'm gonna call.
tough day.
Uh,
Been that way the entire game.
2nd and 8.
Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now they'll throw with Rodgers.
Let's go. Good D. Good D. 3rd down. 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8.
And now it's 3rd.
Maybe it's Maybelline. It's so tough. 3rd and 8. Give me Maybelline. Give me Maybelline. Give me Maybelline. Dang, that's a tough draw. What?
Together to get a pass complete.
That's a tough. That's tough. That's a tough.
Just wasn't there.
Eee.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Good D. Good D. Good D.
And he's
Let's
able
go.
to get
All right, he's
it
going.
to the 25-yard line. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they
If he's gonna run this right here, I'm just gonna eat the center up.
the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his
No! Locked up! We got a guy in the flat! We got a guy in the flat! Come on! Oh, let's go Gilgamesh. Let's go Gilgamesh.
When they were able to push it in for 6.
and they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able
Come
to
on, baby.
do
Give me some more.
exactly what happened before. replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes.
Humberto Gronkowski.
Defense will make some adjustments.
Big dog Gronk.
Great confidence having scored the last time out.
We'll go shakies. We're going to go shakies.
Half of play. Back to Foxborough after this.
2nd and 4. If the flat's there, I'm going to take it.
In the pistol. Now Rodgers
Oh my God, it's not there.
down.
Get that out of here. Emmitt Smith, that is a verbal warning. That is a verbal warning, Emmitt Smith. These are not good options. Let's go jet stick, though.
Here for the offense after the incomplete pass. And the back goes into motion. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Kobe.
It's
Just get out here real adjusty.
And he's got
Ooh, kill him.
before he's brought
Ooh,
down.
oh, they gave it to me. They gave it to me. Let's go.
I'm in college football, where
They gave it to me.
the traditional NFL
Bunch trail.
one thing
They gave me bunch trail.
find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball.
All right, we're going to, our 2 adjustments are the 2 drags, RB and B on drags. That's pressure off the right edge. Slide protect off that right edge. Yeah, there's the blitz.
Now on first down. And
Do that early.
there, altered the
It's a good
ball
play.
flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Let's go double cross.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two
All right,
in
2nd and
and
10.
puts it away.
They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right
Let's
side.
street Gronk. Let's slant green and slide to the right.
Moore, the man in motion. To throw is Rodgers.
Good route, Emmett. Good route, Emmett. What are they going to give me here?
Yards on the pickup.
That's so tough.
Third down.
Ah, my God. Let's just go with, we're going to go with more safe, conservative call here.
Safety valve.
3rd and 6.
Nowadays, they're a big part of the pass.
Oh, Daddy likes it. Give it to, come on. Come on. Go, 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 go. Love it. Great play call, coach. Great play call.
Before they bring him down right at the 45.
Really good, solid run
Let's go
play
here.
there, and they
Let's go
get
here.
wide receivers
Let's go
set.
here.
If you're an offensive coordinator,
All right, we're going to block the halfback and hitch the right
now
receiver.
they use 4 receivers on the field to
And then we're going to look up top.
give them more
To
running
AJ.
lanes and more options, and also, usually
We're going to go that route that Farles won't throw. I forgot that plays in here. Let's go no huddies because we can.
It's a gain of 20.
I forgot that this play exists. We did the same routes.
First down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Rodgers.
Tough. So tough. And we're going to go no huddle again. Why? Because we can.
Down after a good gain. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line.
And we quick audible to a dive.
First and goal here from the 2.
Okay, call timeout.
Now with Smith. It's a loss of 2 there.
No way.
Second down.
Wow, this game must know me. This game, my coach knows me. I've ran this play so many times. That my coach knows. My coach just knows me. All right, my 2 adjustments. I'm going to fade B and I smart routed AJ Green's
Now they
route.
send a man in motion right. Rodgers to throw on second down.
Got him, coach.
And this is caught. Touchdown.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Throw your Kobe's up.
And the Patriots add 6
Throw your
to
Kobe's
the
up.
lead.
Come on.
Heard a coach talk about those late in the half
This is
scores.
kind of this is kind of fun.
Team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones.
This is kind of fun.
Push off a squad if you let 'em.
That's right, Tucker. Yeah, that's right.
Theirs.
All right.
Tucker
Let's
now
go.
to kick it
Come on,
away
baby. Let's
for
go.
a
Give me some more.
touchdown.
Settle, settle, settle.
And they will not get a chance to return this
All
one.
right. Don't know what the defense is going to give me. They could give me anything at this point.
Out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Combs, you gotta trust it.
Quickly fading here in the
Oh my God. What are these play calls here, Coach?
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he motions the wide receiver.
All right, hand it off. That's cool. That's totally cool with me. All right. We're going into the second half. As a reminder, this is an Ask Madden game only. I am not sticking to my typical play call script. I am just letting the coach decide my play. I get to pick one of the 3 plays on the first screen and go from there. Most of these plays I've never truly run, but I have a good feel for how to use most of the plays, and that's where you can see we're winning 21-0. It's kind of good because it's really keeps your opponent off balance of like what you might actually want to run. All right, what are we gonna get here? No way they're gonna give me halfback. Hey, they're gonna give me halfback wheel again. They're gonna give my coach knows. My coach just knows me. That's you gotta complete that pass. That's an easy no-brainer, kid. All right. Let's go. 2nd and 10, ball in the 23. They gave us a stick, which is totally cool.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left.
Dot. No. Gronk. Gronker. Gronky. Gronker. Gronky. Gronky. Gronker. Gronkopotamus. Alright, I can quick audible, right?
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs.
Alright, so he's pretending the heavy cheddar blitz. We're going to try and get down that sideline. Give us time in the pocket. Give us time in the poly pocket. Get there. Yeah. Easy pickings. Easy pickings, boys. Ooh, flood it. Ooh. I'll go counter weak. My Twitter is at Sgibs7.
We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that.
All right, ball in the 42.
Find him in this type of a situation.
What do we have here, sire? What do we have here, sire?
He'll give it here to his running back.
Oh, that could have been nice.
Close to about the 45. Give him 3 on 1st down.
Don't like that. We'll go. This is strong pro they're giving it to us. This is strong pro. I dragged more. And we're just getting dotty. Just trust it. We're just getting dotty. Just getting dotty. Come on, baby. Oh, I gotta stay on that page. My bad. I don't love any of these play calls. I don't love any of these play calls. Let's see, 1st and 10, ball in the 32. Let's just go double drags and go from there. That worked out well. Big truck, Gronk. Let's go stick. All right, what do we got here? Let's see what we got. Got him. Got him. So tough. This is kind of tough, man.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about
a little Dotopotamus Rex from my guy Pac-Man.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
All right, we got the first. We got the first. What are they going to give us? Wow, they gave us PA post. They did. They gave us PA post. Wow. It's kind of good. Is PA post great from here? All right, we're going to audible to Gun Bunch. Drag Gronkowski. And we're going to motion B out. He yicked it. Good play. Good play. It's a good play. It's a good play. He made a good user play on that. That's the very first real user pick I've seen someone make. All right, let's go here.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
Good tackle. Separate man from ball. Good play. Good play. I audible because I'm allowed to audible my quick audibles.
Passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers.
Separate man from ball. That's a good drag right there. That's a good guy right there. Just sending random heat. Just sending random heat. Ah, this is great. 3rd and 6. What you gonna do, brother? Don't love it.
Because you're running away from people on it.
Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
We got
The sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes.
we got a guy over there.
Says the side judge.
All right, let's see what we get here.
First down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to float.
SWAT team. SWAT team. He dropped it. Let's go. SWAT team engaged. SWAT team engaged. I may never call my own plays again. I know how to run them all, so why would I call all of them?
Plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Wide open.
Good play.
Allen complete.
Good Z spot. Good Z spot. That was a good play.
A really nice read by the offense.
Um,
The defense not covering the middle of the field, went to the post route and found the receiver wide open for a nice gain.
Rodgers now on first down. Going up top.
Moyer Malloy, though. Come on. Good play, kid.
Falls down incomplete.
Just keeping him off balance. You know what I'm saying, boys? You never know what Sgibs. I want them to say after I play him, you'd be like, dang, man, that guy is unpredictable. Like, you never know. You never know what that guy's running. You never know what he's running. Like, you never know. Guy's so unpredictable. That's what I hope they say about me.
They'll give it to him right up.
Good D. Good D.
Tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense. And they
Yicked it. Oh, my diary. You never know. You never know what you're going to get from playing Sgibs. What if this is the new way I played Farls and I was just so unpredictable? Ah, it'd be great.
This person may have him, and he's in another spot. The next defender may have him, and they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on him all game long.
Now Rodgers gotta have this one. He's gonna look for
Yicked it out of wet. Let's go. Good D. We're making the most random adjustments, and it's just fire. So kind of fire.
on down. Out comes the New England offense to see what they
Just
can do this.
going out here throwing up a 0 nugget on the scoreboard.
Then the interception.
Oh, man.
The memory they
Let's
need to
go.
keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on
Emmett.
offense, had a nice
Emmett.
sequence going. Don't worry about the other.
Emmett, the spin move for the bread. For the bread. For the bread. Throw your Kobe's up.
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots add on to their...
$28-0. 28-0. nothing with our Ask Madden game. Dang. That's what's up. TWU. That's what's up. That was a good victory, boys. I'm never calling another 27-0. That's a good call, Mick Griffle. It's a good call, Mick Griffle. I may never call another play again. Like a real play. I might just stick to that method for the rest of my life. That was a great game. We executed well. We actually got a lot of cover 0 plays, and it still kind of worked out in our favor. Wow. Oh, God. I just played Captain K. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Unblock him. Unblock him. Can we, unblock Captain K? Can we unblock Captain K? Can we unblock him? Oh, sorry, Captain Cray. Sorry, you gotta. That happens. Captain KT, that was kind of tough? He got purged, man. I feel you on that. Yeah. Like was it the random factor? Like where you were like, this Sgibs guy, he's so unpredictable. That's what I want people to say about me. That's my new move. Is that I want people to go, that Gibbs guy, he's a good player, but wow, you never know what he's gonna do. He's very unpredictable. That's what I want people to say. That is what I want people to say. The most unpredictable man in the Madden community. In a good way. Completely the randomness. I didn't even know what I was doing half the time. Hard to adjust when you have to adjust every down. That's right. What if I just start... Should I try and play who runs cover 0 50% on defense? I was dropping those guys that are blitzing, though, into, like, zones and stuff. I should do that against Farles and not tell him. That would be great. That would be great. That would be great, ladies and gentlemen. The Ask Madden Challenge. Hey, it's tough. I recommend you guys do it too. That was a really eye-opening game. I haven't done that in like 3 or 4 years. And it was really kind of cool. I don't have any packs to open. Haha. Savage. So, alright dudes. Let me find another channel. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's find somebody. Let's find someone that has a face cam. Trying to find someone that has a face cam that's streaming and doesn't have a ton of people watching them. This can be difficult at times. Boo-doo. Ba 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 ba. Thanks, dude. I'll tell you what, it's tougher than it looks. I don't ever want to really do a TWIM by myself again. You saw me yawning. Just out here yawning. We're gonna go to this guy because he doesn't have a ton of viewers, but he's got a dope. He's got a dope overlay. Oh, he does have a face cam. All right, we're going to this guy, twitch.tv/hurtinpeeps. All right, we're gonna go raid here, boys. Raid. Stream raid, Hurtin' Peeps. Stream raid, Hurtin' Peeps. We're gonna go stream raid, Hurtin' Peeps. Don't forget tomorrow, guys, Thursday, Bronze Ballers. Follow the channel if you aren't already, and let's go over to the other community. Gello Boy, hit me up on Twitter, man. Hit me up on Twitter. Let's all go over there. Let's all go support this guy. He's out here streaming. He only got one guy watching him. Let's go out there and support this man. He's got a dope face cam. Got a cool overlay. Let's go. See you, dudes. See you tomorrow.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Lab Nation, lab harder.
Fuck that, man.
Whoa, he swore.
That one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Look at my down. 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 Look at my down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for.
Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down.
That is it.
Look at my down.
Damn, okay. Oh, man, I appreciate it. No, it's mad intense, man. Hey, good looking out, man. What did I do to deserve this?
Really nice starting
Oh, shout out to
field
everybody
position
who's
here for
shooting,
the offensive unit.
Mad intense, come on, man.
They come out here in the eye. A 1st down carry for Henry. And an alley to run.
Hey, like I said, I really
Stiff arm
appreciate it,
there
man.
before he's
Hey, thanks
brought
for the
down
follow,
on
too.
a nice little
Fresh, good
gain.
looking out for follow.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Yeah, hey, random.
Runs a block so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
So this brings up a
Hey, I
2nd
appreciate
and
it,
2.
man. Hey, good looking out, homie.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here.
Hey,
And with that
I
time
really
on the
appreciate it.
horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Big fan, man. I watch your stream time you guys are on, man. Hey, like damn, I appreciate it.
Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down.
Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down.
And maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Shout out to everybody in the stream.
A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. If the quarterback, if he
Look
can
at my
see that,
down.
it's been audible there.
Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down.
Like I said,
That
fucking
was
thank
filled
you
by a big
so
man
much.
wanting to make a tackle.
And he
Shout out
made
to
a
everybody
great
in the
tackle.
Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down.
Stop master.
Look at my down. Look at my down.
7-yard line.
Tripping. Thanks for
Would it be
following,
safe
man.
to say that as precise as
Shout out to,
routes are
shout out to
supposed to be
Madden.
run in the NFL? Maybe
Look at my down.
precise in college.
Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down.
And find the 1st down, and that's what he just did.
Fuck. Hey, he quit. Hey, trash man, man. Thanks for the follow, brother. 4 man. Follow.
Look at my down. Look at my down.
Look at my dab.
Look at my
for real, man.
down. Look at my down.
Look
at my dab. Look at my down.
Nah, I got rated, man, by greatness, man.
Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down.
Nothing I did.
Look at my down.
Like I said, I'll be honest.
Look at my down.
Shout out to,
Look at my down.
fuck, that's... Shout out to everybody in... Damn.
Look at my
Hey,
down.
no doubt.
Look at my down.
Like I said, hey,
Look at my down.
I know that was
Look at my
random,
down. Look at my down. Look at my down.
Hey, Bird Blitz, man. Thanks for the follow, man. No doubt. Like I said, I watch every day. I watch it.
Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down.
Breaks down play.
Look at my down. Look at my down.
Oh, man. Real stream. Fucking like, fuck, real thing. If you guys want music, let me know. Man, I could put on whatever you guys want. I'll hop into it. Try not to get flooded. Not to get flooded in front of fucking all these. Oh, at least. Hey, 9 lives, man.
Look at my down. 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 Look at my down.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Look at my down. Look at my down.
I mean, I'm G.
Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down.
Fucking country.
Look at my down. Look at my down.
Anything but country. Anything but country and we're good, man. Like I said, if you guys want me to put on music, let me know before I start my next game. I'll show you my lineup. Lineup is I got a budget team. 5 overall.
Look at my down. 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 Look at my down.
Nothing special by any means. All gold. Yeah, well, hey, shout out to Madden Tips, man. All the follows are all due to. I take no credit at all. Not at all, man. Oh, yeah, I got you 40. Here's the deep. Like I said, nothing special by any means. I try to make it. Try my best. Nah, you're lying. Yeah, true. True, man. Like I said, I really appreciate it. I modded you too. I don't know why it's not. Yeah, the board yard. Yeah, I know. Who should I suggest him with? Turn my mic up. Yeah, that's no problem there. Yeah, I can turn it up. Let me know if that works a little bit better for y'all. I'll put it a little bit closer to me. I don't know. You're showing? Oh, okay, that's what's up. It's not showing through my little app, man. So that's what's up. Hey, as long as it shows that you're a mod, man, that's all that matters, brother. Like I said, I appreciate it so much, man. That lineup? Yeah, I'll show you, man. It's the offense. Like I said, nothing special by any means. Try to get an O-line, man. Y'all know how crazy box is. Boxes are worse than all my ex-girlfriends combined, you know? I'm trying to tell you, I had some winners, alright? Not so much. Yeah, that's the O, man. There's the D. Who should I replace this Woodyard with, man? Who y'all recommend? I do run 3-4 a little bit. Sound is better? Okay, cool, man. Alright, cool. Who do y'all recommend that I replace him with? I only got 48K. Like balling on a budget over here. Jazeer? Yeah, y'all think? Jazeer? Is it Animus? What, they only have the, what is it, the 80? Juan Alexander, I've heard. How much is he? Portable? Like I said, I'm struggling over here coins wise, man. I'm waiting for my Mutt EBT card to come in the mail.
Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down.
Terrible name, man, but hey, I appreciate it, man. The follow. So what is it? Quan Alexander, right? Like that name. Quan, baby.
Look at my down. 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 Look at my down.
He said unfollows. I was just messing with you, homie. I'm just messing. 82, right? That's looking. Ooh, 87. Okay. I don't really care about block check. 84 PR. 7 hit power. I like it, man. Alright. Welcome to the team, Quan. Quan got him, man. Got him. Like in the follow alert. Hey, good looking, man. I appreciate it, homie. My dude made the track for me, man. Not made the track, but I mean, like, not Migos, you know what I mean? he helped edit the track, you know. So, you hate the Panthers? Hey, I'm not a Panthers fan either, man. Obviously I'm a Giants fan. I'm just a big fan of Cam, you know. I've always been a fan of Cam. Played for Auburn. So, yeah, I'm not a Panther. I feel you. Man, welcome to the team, Quan. On a tournament? That was a fail. Yeah, you're right, man. Before he got, something about stealing a laptop or some shit, wasn't it? And then he went to what, JC, right? Junior college and won like the junior college championship. Then he transferred to Auburn, if I'm correct. Isn't that how it went down? Or am I wrong? Buy a bundle? I don't. If I had the money, brother, I would, man. So a laptop, right? That's what I thought, man. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, homie. Good looking out, man. Thank you, Combs. I appreciate it. All correct, right? Oh, okay, that's what's up. Hey, Madden says, yo, thank you again, and I appreciate it, man. And who is that? Is that Z-Farls or Gibbs? Gibbs, right? Okay, Gibbs. Gibbs, like I said, thank you so much, man. Man, dude, huge fan. Made it easy on the first stream I'm gonna sub to. Sub definitely coming, man. You know what I mean? I appreciate it so much, man. Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, thank you, Gib. Thank you so much, man. Like I said, I'm a huge fan, brother. Man. And like I said, hey, I didn't sub to anybody, man, but I'm, like I said, definitely subbing to you guys, man. Like I said, fan. View bot? Nah, no view bot, brother. I got rated by Madden tips. No view bot. I can't afford a view bot, man. I'm broke. I couldn't afford a view bot even if I wanted one. So nah, not at all, man. On my Twitter, it's
Look at my down.
up in the top
Look at my
left.
down.
Yeah?
Look at my
In
down.
the top left corner.
Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my down.
Yeah, it's on the top left.
Look at
man.
my down. Look at my
Just heard
down.
him.
Look at my down.
Twitter icon is.
Look at my down. Look at my down.
Hey, I appreciate
Look
it,
at my
man. Thank
down.
you so much, man. Like I said, huge fan, man. Like I said, thank you so much for the rating. I feel beyond humble, man. So much, man. Hey, nothing but love, man. Nothing but love, man. Enjoy the rest of your night. You have a good day tomorrow, man. Alright, kid? Like I said, hey, I'm beyond humble, man. You made my night, made my week, man. What did I miss? That's a good chat. Alright, let me put Quan in real quick, man. And like I said, if you guys want music, type 1 in the chat, man. If you guys want music or not. If you guys
Look at
good
my
with no
down.
music, hey, fine, man.
Look at my down.
You guys want music?
Look at my
Like
down.
I said, just type 1 in
Look
chat.
at my down.
And I got a little app, man. That just
Look at my down.
you guys want, like, you know, hey, who's thank you for the follow, man. Faisal, thank you for the follow, man. Train, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it a lot, man. Like I said, if you guys want music, type in 1, man. If not, then hey, that's all good. I just wanted to,
Look at my down. Look at my down. Look at my
Nah,
down.
it's just I can show you exactly what it is, man. It's just I put a bunch of songs in, and it
Look at my down.
here, I'll give you like a. I'll show y'all what it looks like.